Okay, so you asked the $1 billion question.
I gotta catch every pass, baby. There's no excuses here, baby. Let's go. I have heard that you are super fast, big, strong, good-looking, cuddleful, which means you like to cuddle.
Why would he come back at all? Well, there's only one reason.
Tom.
Brady on third down to the end zone. Gronkowski.
And I was like, come on, Tom.
I know.
I'm kind of like, I can beat them, but they always catch up. Hurry up and throw the ball.
Here they come after Brady. Throws, caught. Gronkowski to the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Gronkowski spikes and fire the cannons.
They're goats that travel together, and I wouldn't be surprised if Gronk comes back at some point during the middle of the season and might want to go for another ring if they're set up for that piece. So it'll be very, very interesting to see if he comes out of retirement or he stays retired.
It's just fun. It's just that's the only reason. It is fun to play. You are the all-time favorite receiver of the GOAT. Well, that's pretty cool.
Right.
You know, that's pretty special. That's about as special as it gets in your business, right?
Yes.
And Dominic, quickly, is it that easy for him to just like slide right back in? I mean, you've been there before when he did that.
I wouldn't say it's easy, but I think he has an ability to do it without question. He's had different seasons where he's been hurt earlier in the year and had to take some time off and then come back. Last year was one of those cases. He broke some ribs against LA, was out for like 6 to 8 weeks, and then had an opportunity to come back and really be impactful for us, which he was.
Yeah, Nick and I, we're both friends with Rob, and we want to respect the decision of the retirement. And, you know, I totally respect that. Hey, you want to call it quits, you call it quits. The Buccaneers bye week is week 11. If I were to look at that and say, is it possible? Everyone wants to know, does he mean it? I mean, Rosenhaus is already talking about, you know, if he got a call or anything like that. I think that's a date that can put the dangers of the regular season and the wear and tear on Rob Gronkowski's body he would avoid. And possibly, you know, you get the call then. But definitely, I respect the retirement. But, you know, there's just with the agent already putting that out there, Gronkowski, you'll be watching as the season comes to a close, especially around that bye week, Nick, if he's going to come back or not.
His agent, Drew Rosenhaus, said today that he won't be surprised if Rob Gronkowski comes back in the middle of this season or even next season and basically resumes that championship hunt if Tom Brady calls in.
Oh, I need one more. Yeah. If I don't get the 7th catch, I have to go get a real job.
All we got to see is Gronkowski get his catch here.
What does that mean? Gronkowski has his catch bonus.
Tom, good pass, dog. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, dog.
25, Blaine Gabbert starting the second half with a throw down the middle, and Rob Gronkowski has a touchdown from Blaine Gabbert.
He had a huge catch radius. He had a quarterback that understood where to get him the ball so he could turn and run.
Look, I remember Rob Gronkowski saying the last time he retired that if Tom Brady called him and made a special plea to him, that he might be tempted to come back. And so I think we're in the same position, albeit he's a little bit older right now. His body's a little bit more beaten up. But the fact remains, as Indomitian is saying, if this team is on a championship march or this team has a need a tight end later in the year when they're winning games, if Gronk had to come back to finish out the regular season and make a postseason run, does anybody wonder whether or not he'd be tempted to do that? I think it's fair to assume he would be.
Grinding. We grinding. Tight end's working. Hey, Jason.
Shut up and keep working.
We'll assume right now that he's retiring for good, but we'll also know that if things are going just right and Tom places that call to Gronk, then maybe we'll see him play again.
Think about that. You bypass training camp, the preseason entirely. You get to potentially sign back on for a playoff push. Gronk could be gaming the system if Teddy's forecast is on the money.
We saw Tommy and Gronky do these silly little videos with a fake palm tree sitting outside the stadium.
With the feet of the little kiddie pool.
Yeah, and it's just silliness. And they're kind of two silly kids at heart because Tom's got a lot of kid in him, little kid in him. And if that still can be there for those two, well, then Gronk might say, I don't want to go to camp. I don't really want to play in September. It's too hot in September down in Tampa because it's sweaty hot. As you know, it's humid hot.
Yeah.
Maybe in October, maybe November 1st, when the weather turns a little bit cooler, maybe I say, okay, if Tommy calls me and says, big boy, I need you. Come on down here. You know, we're pretty good. We could be very good with you.
Right.
Then I could see it happening.
Can you twerk? But yeah, I can twerk a little bit. Let me...
Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe as I post a new Tom Brady video every day.